It's always hard to sacrifice. It's always hard to dedicate yourself. And that's what this band of brothers has done. There are very few in the history of our great program that walked out of their last game as champions with 10 wins. So we got a couple-hour window here to join an elite level of Wildcats that you'll live with for the rest of your life. It'll be the most special fraternity you've ever been a part of. But like how hard it was to prepare and sacrifice and dedicate yourself to get here,
one last time.
It's going to be that same way in the 3-hour window here as we get ready to go. Now focus on us. Trust what we do. Set the tone speed-wise. Set the tone physically. And most importantly, let's show the entire country what the Wildcat way looks like. What the Wildcat way looks like. Passion, physicality, brotherhood. With an attitude and as one family. Can't thank you seniors enough. And everybody that goes out in that arena today in purple. Because we're going color rush, all right? We're gonna paint this city purple.
Oh, there we go. Yep.
After finishing the regular season with 7 straight Big Ten victories, the Northwestern Wildcats have arrived in Nashville. And with days remaining before the Music City Bowl, the team gets to first experience Nissan Stadium as fans.
So I want us to set the tempo. I want us to set the speed of the game. From the minute we get in the arena, we set the speed of the game. If it's bomb squad up first, I want to go right by him. If it's our attack team, get your ass back as fast as you can, draw the line in the sand, punch those guys in the mouth, and let's go start the party. We've won 7 in a row because we've been, I think, locked in. We won 7 in a row because we played physical football. Big Ten football on Friday afternoon. The Wildcat way. Our style of ball. All night long.
Competition between Northwestern and Kentucky started early, getting as hot as the famed chicken of Nashville as both Wildcat squads met downtown for dinner and a wing-eating contest. And it would be the younger Cats in purple that set the tone.
These guys are going to be tasting these wings tomorrow at practice.
Only 3 players at the table made it to double digits. The trio of Jason Goosen, Joe Spivak, and Jesse Mailer were held the Wildcats of Northwestern to their first victory of the night.
We came to Nashville and had chicken. We loved it. It was perfect.
And while the celebration rolled on, some of the more musically inclined gathered backstage.
Look, Jay, look, hey, got the country store in Nashville, Tennessee. Hey, got all the Southern bells trying to roll with me.
So we're gonna write a song for a competition. We'll try to beat the other team. So we want something fun, and what I need from you guys is things about the team. You know, this isn't supposed to just be a love song. It's supposed to be about the game, about, you know, your team, their team.
Sharpen our edge.
Sharpen our edge, sharpen our horns. You do Spanish.
We're gonna we just sharpen our edge, sharpen our horns, make Kentucky wish they were never born. You know.
We started out the season, they all wanted to hate. Next thing you know, we won 7-0 straight.
Hey,
Yeah. They all wanted to hate.
Started out slow.
We got 3 verses and we got the breakdown verse. Then we'll come out of the breakdown verse with a final chorus. Yep.
Started out slow, they wanted to hate. Next thing you know, we won 7-0 straight with the Wildcats. Woo! The real Wildcats. We sharpen our edge, we sharpen our horns. We make Kentucky wish they were never born. We're the Wildcats. The real Wildcats. They call us nerds, we like to read. The last time we checked, we're the 21st seed. We're the Wildcats. The real Wildcats. Hey, I'm doing it! Back in it, so we put things shout out to the Spanos. When I say do it, y'all say it again. Y'all ready? Do it again! Do it again! Do it again! Do it again! We're the Wildcats. The real Wildcats. We're the Wildcats. The real Wildcats.
When it came down to determining the winner, the numbers spoke for themselves.
Let's see what you got on this side of the room. If you got Northwestern, let's go in 3, 2, 1.
Get everything in, tighten some things up. And we out, then it's game time, man. That's about it.
As final game preparations are made at the Tennessee Titans facility, Pat Fitzgerald greets his senior class as they leave the practice field for the last time.
Better believe it, baby. Love you. Love you. Love you.
One of those seniors has been a big part of the Northwestern football family for the past 4 years.
Wow, Kurt, that's crazy. Elliot, a bunch of saboteurs. Wow, E, look what you're interrupting my energy.
He's a really great man.
So the answer to that, Ben, was yeah, a lot of people.
Come on, Curdy. Come on, Curdy.
Well, you're big time.
With only days remaining before he will end his historic collegiate career, senior running back Justin Jackson looks back on his time as a Wildcat.
What do you think you're most proud of?
I think just the consistency, I think it's so difficult. I think it's very overlooked on really any level, football or sports in general, to do it every day. Like it's so tough, like any other human, like you have days where you just don't want to be there, or you don't want to be doing this, you don't want to be doing that. But I think it kind of, you fall back on your values and everything that's helped you get to the point where you are, and then you see your opportunity, you don't want to waste it.
Jackson's road to Northwestern was a short one, growing up just west of Chicago.
You grow up, especially in high school, you played with those guys for years. And then you kind of just step in and you're thrown into this fire with people you've never, played with before. Most of them, a lot of them you've never met, and it's just so different. So, when I first got here, I was like very shy and very kept to myself, and I really wanted to, gain respect of my teammates and prove myself as a football player. But I was just very closed off to everything, and now, I've really tried to go out of my way to get to know my teammates better, really become a leader, and be more vocal, which I never did when I was younger.
Action! Show me! Win on 3! 1, 2, 3, win!
I think just the little things, the little details of the game of football that are very important and really make great football players. I think that's something that I didn't have coming in, and now just throughout my journey here, I've been able to gain.
The journey began in 2014, with Jackson emerging as the first-year starting running back.
I never thought for 3 years ahead, so it is interesting to look back, but at the time it was just like, I gotta make sure my alarm clock goes off so I don't miss this workout.
It comes down to one person, you. And it starts today. You got the whole season left.
Third day, fourth day, I'm here, we're doing Navy SEAL workouts, and I'm like, I don't know if I can do this, is this for me? But just pushing through that and leaning on your teammates.
Jackson's teammates would in turn lean on him for the next 3 seasons as he continued to climb higher in career rushing yards for both Northwestern and the Big Ten.
I was so consumed that entire season with just what do I have to do this week to help us win? What do I have to do this week to help us get to a bowl game? And I didn't pay attention to any media, anything. So after the Pinstripe Bowl, when they told me that, I was so shocked and surprised. I didn't know I was even close. I didn't even know what the record was.
And midway through his senior season, Jackson cemented his place as the most prolific running back in program history.
You're looking at the new all-time leading rusher in the history of Northwestern football.
Jackson's success wasn't limited to the field. In December, he was named one of 13 national finalists for the William Campbell Trophy,
Justin Jackson, Northwestern,
regarded as the academic Heisman.
Ladies and gentlemen, another round for our 2017 Campbell Trophy finalists.
I think I've really grown up as a person here at Northwestern in Evanston, and I'm very glad that I've been able to become closer with my teammates, because I remember when I was younger, that was something that I was very scared to do. But as I got older and as I got closer to the guys, I just realized that there's so much love in our locker room and in our program that it was I would be foolish not to get to know these guys better and not to let them get to know me. So that's something that I'm really proud of overall, and I think I've really made lifelong friends and people that I can always count on.
Been locked up in the hotel all week, baby. Let's go. It's time to go, baby. Let's go.
It's one of the most beautiful cities in America, Nashville, Tennessee. Proud to be at Nissan Stadium to bring you the 20th edition of the Franklin American Mortgage Music City Bowl.
With a Music City Bowl victory, Northwestern would set a program record for wins during a 3-year span and complete its third 10-win season in 6 years. But it would be Kentucky that struck first.
It'll be Snell right side, reaching for the end zone. He's in. Touchdown. Benny Snell Jr. trips left for the Wildcats. Option to the left. The pitch will go to Larkin. And Larkin cutting back to the right. Slips through to the 35-40. On his feet, 50, 45, and slammed down.
A first-quarter field goal put the Cats on the board. But not long after, The first of 3 Wildcat starters would be lost for the game.
Well after the whistle, got thrown down by Beatty.
Passing the century mark in rushing yards for the 27th time as a Wildcat, Justin Jackson led the offense, breaking into the top 10 all-time in NCAA career rushing yards. But it would be a season-ending injury that would turn the game.
Not a pretty sight.
Thorson in agonizing pain. You see all his teammates watching the winningest quarterback in program history. And his redshirt junior season comes to an end.
With Thorson unable to return, Northwestern would turn to the experienced arm of senior Matt Alviti.
First and goal for Alviti from the 5. And here's Jackson straight ahead to the goal line. Powers in. Touchdown, Northwestern. The best running backs in the SEC is in the locker room. One of the best in the history of college football has the ball now. Justin Jackson still on his feet past the 30-yard line.
The offense dominated on the ground, with Kentucky unable to stop Jackson or contain Alviti.
He's a dual threat guy.
Stay open. He will get you the ball.
Alviti loads up as a wide open receiver. That is Charlie Vesper. This is Jackson on a 3rd and 6, and he has passed that and near the goal line.
He will give it off to Jackson, leaps the line. Touchdown! Justin Jackson goes airborne.
Yeah, this is a special player that not a lot of people in the country have had a chance to see. 4 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons, and you see why.
Just before the half, Northwestern learned they would be without linebacker Patty Fisher due to a targeting call.
We've had ejections, serious injuries, and all kinds of controversy in the first half.
Hey, keep dogging the boys up front. Keep dogging the boys up front, man. The big thing is this: finish. Play your asses off and finish what we started.
Hey, like that second series we had.
We gotta keep picking
driving. Keep driving. Let's go.
Come on, get it right, man. 30 minutes to be champions. 30 minutes to be champions.
Kentucky seized the momentum early to start the second half, and Northwestern countered with more from Jackson and Alviti.
Option left. Alviti takes it himself to the 40, on his feet to the 35-yard line.
Clayton Thorson coming out of the tunnel now.
A lot of people say that he's gonna play on Sundays.
The defense closed out the third quarter by dialing up its signature Big Ten physicality.
As Joe Gaziano's the one that applied the pressure.
With just minutes remaining, running back Jeremy Larkin got his chance to push beyond the 100-yard mark for the first time in his career.
Johnson facing pressure from Gaziano, and he's picked off. Straddling the sideline is Kyle Gayro. Touchdown, Northwestern.
A big six for Kyle Gayro. In his last game for the Wildcats. Jumped that route, tightrope the sideline for the touchdown. And the Cats extend the lead with 7:49 to go in the game.
Kentucky refused to back down, and after a late touchdown, made the decision to go for 2 and the win, putting Fitzgerald's defense to the test with a championship on the line.
And Johnson back to throw. Johnson throwing right side. Incomplete! Incomplete in the right side of the end zone. Intended for Taven Richardson. And Marcus McShepard there defensively.
We on the ground. Well, our program is owned by our players, and it's heartbreaking to know that today's the last opportunity that we take a team picture as champions. All right.
Yeah. Life is good, boy.
And as Northwestern celebrates its departing senior class, it also says goodbye to Coach Jerry Brown after 25 years.
I was thinking about what I would say to you guys, and I still don't know. But I will say this win here is really, really special to me. Really special. And this is my last game. This is my last game. You know, I thank God that he put me in this place, this very special place, to do a job that I have such passion for, to coach football. Thank you guys. I love you guys.